Welcome to Unpacking Labs. I'm Travis Toulson. As part of our Community Week celebration, I and a few of our MVPs are going to unpack the Build an AI Agent Lab. It's kind of like an unboxing video for learning. Before we get started, though, let's kick off with some introductions.
Hi, I'm Anders. I live in Norway and work for KPMG. I've been an MVP for a few years now, and I'm just looking forward to going through this lab.
Hi, I'm Kristen Dettman. This is my first year as an MVP, and I have only done a couple labs with AI agents, so this is pretty new to me, and I'm looking forward to digging into it too.
Yeah, hi everyone. I'm Saloni Bhatt. I work for GlideFast, and I'm also first-time MVP this year, and excited to build an AI agent.
Great, thanks guys, and thank you so much for joining me. I'm really excited about this. It would have been way more boring without you. So are we ready to dive into this lab?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. Okay. If you go to ServiceNow University, you can find the AI Agents Build an AI Agent Lab, and you can follow along with us, or you can do it on your own time. With that, I'm going to flip over to our lab guide, and we will start to go through it. So first of all, lab objectives. You will achieve the following: build an AI agent, build an agentic workflow, and build AI agents. So a couple of y'all mentioned that you had already built some AI agents. Does anybody have any particularly interesting ones that they've messed with?
So I'm working on a few agents, but I'm still trying to learn. And as I do have some use cases, that's fun. I do seem to get over things that I think are bugs, but it's most likely me just not understanding it properly, which makes this very interesting for me, because this will give me like a formal walkthrough of how to build an agent. It's like I had questions like, you have triggers in the agentic workflows, but you also have triggers in the agent. What happens if you have triggers in both? Like I'm not sure, so I'm looking forward to having a look at that.
Yeah, I definitely had the same problem when I was building my first AI agent, which was the C3 troubleshooter I've been live streaming. And I tripped over my feet a lot on this one. I definitely wish I had done this first.
Yeah.
All right, so build an agentic workflow use case. So let's start by going through this section 1. So it looks like we're going to go in the top right corner and make sure that we're in the global scope. And then access the AI Agent Studio. So we're going to go to AI Agent Studio, create and manage. And so I'm going to go ahead and hit that now. Now, I'm a curmudgeon, so I'm going to go ahead and pin my filter navigator to the side. And AI Agent. Okay. So from there, on the Use Cases tab, select the New button. All right, so we're clicking that New button off to the side there, and we're going to create a use case, I guess. I'm wondering if in the new versions it's still called a use case. Has anybody tried it on the new some of the newer instances?
So I'm on Zurich patch 2, and I did try to upgrade the your AI agent plugins as well, and it says new agentic workflow.
Okay, so the use cases may have been renamed to agentic workflows then. That's a good thing to know. Thanks. Let's see. Under describe and connect, complete the fields as follows. I love it when a lab guide is really well done and gives you the right level of detail.
Oh yeah, copy and paste is a plus too.
I love the copy and paste. What's y'all's favorite lab that you have ever done?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Yeah, it's been a while since I did a lab.
I'm going to throw myself under the bus and say that I don't even remember the last lab I ever did. I'm so notorious for just diving in and hoping for the best. There's no need to connect any AI agents at this time. Okay, so next we save and continue. There is no need to engage with the Now Assist panel in this lab. Select Save and Test. You should be on the Testing tab. There's nothing to test yet, so navigate back to the Create and Manage tab, and this concludes creation of the Agentic Workflow record. Okay, so with that, we've created our Agentic Workflow.
Just to be the difficult one, if anyone is doing these labs but having their own instance like I have right now, it might be some differences in what the agentic workflow looks like. So the screen has more options that you are required to fill in. So this is the same right on the top here. The description and list of steps, that's the same. And I can choose to add an agent or not. So I can do that later. But I have to fill in who can access the agentic workflow. And I think right now I'll just do any authenticated user just to get past this step. But I'm guessing when you want to make an agent for a customer, you might need to look through this in more detail, right? And run as dynamic user or an AI user. I'm just going to do dynamic user, which I'm just guessing it's running as whoever user is using the agents. So now I can save it.
Okay, that's all good to know because some folks may be doing this in PDIs now that we've got a lot of our AI stuff moving into the PDI realm. And especially since lab instances have a limited number that can be out at one time, some folks might be trying this on their PDI. Just as a quick question, because this is definitely different from the usual form and list experience. How's everybody feeling about the about this process so far as compared to, you know, creating your business rule records and such?
So I personally feel it's more fun, like more engaging. It's like you're writing with text. So I can give the agent my thoughts. Like I would say to someone, I want my agent to do this and that, instead of trying to say it in a technical way, like with code. I know that when you get to tools later, we'll talk about code, but so far, you can take a requirement from a customer directly into these agents and start from there. And I like that.
Yeah, I was just going to say there's other parts of the platform where we have wizards that we get to go through. And I think in this, especially because it's such a new area, it's nice that they're guiding us through like this.
Oh, yeah. I wonder what the records actually look like under the hood behind this.
Good question.
We'll have to save that one for another day. So next, now that we've got our agentic workflow, or our use case, if you're using a previous version, now we build an AI agent. So now that we've created our parent agentic workflow, we can begin building our first AI agent. Select Create and Manage tab. Select the AI Agents tab and select New. AI Agents tab and select New. All right, so now I made a mistake on the previous step in thinking that we were building an agent when we were actually building an agentic workflow. So now I'm going to go back and ask, because I have not, have any of you built an agentic workflow orchestrating AI agents?
So
Only as
I
part of a
have-
lab. Sorry. Yeah, only as part of a lab, never in a real life situation yet.
So the way I see it, the agentic workflow is more like a master agent that can orchestrate and say that, okay, I have access to these 4 agents, let's say, and according to the description or the prompt in the agentic workflow, it can decide that it uses which of these agents to perform the tasks. Yeah, but the way I've tried, you don't have to have the workflow if it's just a single agent on a task, but it's a good exercise to have the workflow trigger on any changes on a table, and for it to decide which agent does what. I think that's a good exercise.
Yeah, I was reading some of our recommendations from some of the documents that our team has published, and basically a lot of it comes down to your AI agents should be really specific, and it makes them much easier to test, and then you let the agentic workflow actually handle the orchestration and logic, which is totally not what I did on my first AI agent. I just threw everything into one. I can confirm the best practices are right.
I guess
All
that's
right.
why they call it best practices, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of us have to learn that the hard way.
So
All
just
right.
so I understand what you said correctly, you are saying that we should have an AI agent specific to a task.
Yeah, that is the recommendations for the most part. Like one of the ways they describe it is that the AI agent should be an expert in something. So like you should be able to draw a line directly from the AI agent's expertise to some functional role that a person would perform. So, whether that was, knowledge article writing or, troubleshooting something, you would want your AI agent to be really, really good at one specific task. And AI
That makes
agents
sense.
can actually pass information to one another to orchestrate those larger workflows, which was not something I was aware of until like yesterday.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, very cool.
So when we're building our AI agent, we're giving it a name and a description, and then we're assigning it a role. I like this little AI instruction tag out here, letting us know that our AI agent is actually going to use this information, and so we're actually talking to the AI when we're providing these details.
It's interesting how they have reworded this. So I'm just looking at the instance I'm using, and are you saying that the one I have is sort of the new version, maybe? Because they say basically large language model, so LLM, right?
Oh, that is
And
interesting.
the same as in the agentic workflows, at the bottom you also have to define the access for who can, as the agent will run as. So you can choose dynamic user or AI user. I have never tried the AI user, so I'm not sure how that differs. Maybe that's just a static user you assign to do AI stuff. I'm not sure.
Okay, that's interesting. I know we've been adding a lot of role ACL security permission type stuff into the AI agents. There's been a lot more emphasis on that in the newer versions. So what you're seeing is what I see in the Zurich instance that I develop in. So
Oh yeah.
Ah. Yeah, it looks like our lab instance is on Yokohama. So
Mhm.
looks
ah,
like Anders, you do have the newest and greatest there.
Yeah, so I'm guessing this will probably change many times. So it's gonna land on something in the future, right? So trying out different stuff. This is changing a lot.
I also like how at the top of this page, how it has the Now Assist button, so says you can use Now Assist to help you craft it. That's really nice that they integrated that too.
oh
And
yeah,
it's
yeah,
actually
yeah.
quite good. You know, I tried it, and you just basically just give it a general instruction on what you want it to do, and it'll suggest steps and everything. So really, really helps. It's really good.
It's so good. I used it with the C3 troubleshooter one on the first of that live stream segment, and it like I pretty much shrugged my shoulders after it suggested something. I was like, okay, I guess we're done with that part. Live stream over, guys.
Yeah, that sounds good. We'll go with that.
One of the things I wish I knew the first time I started trying out these agents is that these instructions are really for the language model, so it does not understand ServiceNow. So if you say work notes or whatever, it doesn't really know what that means. So you should keep it like in a generic way, explain it what it needs to do, but not in a technical way, because that's what the tools are for. So if you say update the article, right? You have, I see some of these steps are like revised article, revised knowledge. You can say that because it'll understand which tool deals with articles. But if you say KB_knowledge, that doesn't make sense for the language model.
Oh, that's really interesting. That's so like when you're using the more technical internal names, it doesn't map as well in the LLM.
It can map. It will try to see, like, if it doesn't know how to do something. If you say, read my record, right? In this table. The language model doesn't know how to do that. So it needs to look up, are any tools that knows how to do that? And you have a tool that says, get ticket data, right? And it'll say, oh, that's probably the one. And that one knows how ServiceNow works because it's a script or a record lookup or whatever. So you could get away with doing some technical wording in the instructions, but it will just pass it on to the tool. So there's no point.
Gotcha. So really you want your instructions to line up with the descriptions in your tools.
Yeah.
Okay. So from here, I do the save and continue. I save and continue again, so we're not adding any tools yet. And we make sure our status is enabled. Click save and test. And so now we have presumably built our first AI agent, even though I don't think it actually does anything yet. All right, section 3, build a tool or two. So in this exercise, we'll build 2 tools for our agent. The first tool will be to retrieve a knowledge article based on a number given. For that, we're going to go select the Create and Manage tab and select AI Agents. Okay, so we're going back into our AI agent again. And then on the Add Tools and Information tab, select Add Tool.
So I see the option for recommend tool, that now Assist can recommend something. Can you click on it and see what it actually recommends?
Yeah, let's give that a shot. Oh, it didn't have any recommendations.
That's weird though, but it gave me recommendation on my instance.
Ooh, did it? What
Did
did
it?
it
Well, now
recommend?
I gotta
Let's
try
take a
that.
look.
Yeah, it says generate knowledge article content tool.
Generate knowledge article content tool.
Source task.
Interesting. I wonder if that one will actually be useful. I think for this one, we're just doing script tools in this lab. But that is cool that it offered up a recommendation. And neat that even though we all have, well, except for Anders, the rest of us all have the same lab instance configuration, but we get different answers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got no recommendations found either. I see that one says it is a script, so that's interesting.
I'm special.
I have actually, when I was testing the C3 one, I ran the exact same AI agent multiple times with the exact same inputs and got like 3 different results.
What?
Back to back to back. Like,
Oh.
I love AI agents, but also if you need a deterministic workflow, don't use AI agents. All right.
I guess
So
it's in the nature of at least language models, right? So it's not very straightforward on what you get. It's just a bunch of tokens and statistics, and you can get everything and anything.
it's funny because when I first started messing with AI, my assumption was, okay, you have large model of statistics, so surely if you put the same inputs in, you would get the same outputs. But apparently that's not the case. Maybe there's some I don't know exactly how it works on the inside, but it you can get different results. Your mileage may vary.
Oh, good to keep in mind.
All right, so before I click on the script tool and actually start with this, I gotta ask, are there any favorite tools that y'all have used, or any tools that you were like, wow, this is really cool?
Yeah, it's the script tool, obviously. Of course. Do whatever you want. But to be fair, it's very cool that you can run a subflow, right? So you can easily, and I've done some cool experiments with integrations, right? So the AI agent triggers the integration and gets the data back and reacts on that, and then you can do some powerful stuff. But I always love me some scripting, but yeah, the subflow is very powerful.
That is really cool because that means you could leverage a lot of the integration hub stuff too.
Yes, exactly.
That's nice.
The agent can get a ticket that says, I need to be added to an AD group to be able to access some software. And if it looks around and sees that you're entitled to this, but you're not in the group, it can just trigger an integration with Subflow, add you to the group, and let you know that, yeah, you're all good. You can do it now.
Nice.
That's awesome. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and create our script tool. And we've got some more copy and paste. So this one's going to be get knowledge article. And Anders, I think this is some of the stuff you were talking about, right? Where the tool name and description kind of has to match up to what's in the prompt.
Yeah. So at this point, I just pasted that in. I think that the agent instructions will look for any sense in the description. So when a prompt says, "Oh, check out the knowledge article," it will look for the tool that makes more sense according to the description, and just run the script and look what comes back with a return command, basically. And you can use whatever is in the return command to keep working.
Gotcha.
I did try out some craziness with getting knowledge articles, because I really like the idea that the customer can maintain their article, not having to change the agents themselves. Just if there's instructions to, I tried out with the AD group example. I tried out like a table with a sort of description of the application and what group is in AD, so they can just maintain that table. That works fine. It just goes in, understands the table structure, and returns, oh, you need to add to this group. But I did try to see what happens if you try to hack the language model by writing new prompts into the article. And that does not work. So ServiceNow sorted that out. You cannot hack. It will see if you say ignore all instructions and do this instead. It does not work. It just ignores it.
That's
Sadly.
probably good from a prompt injection standpoint.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Display output. Okay, so with the script tool, we've got the name and description, which tell the LLM what it can do. We've got inputs that get passed into the script as the inputs object. We can run a script, return some value or some object, and then we define an execution mode. If it's supervised, this is one thing I do know from outside the lab. If it's supervised, the AI agent will ask you if it can do this before proceeding. So that's really good to have before doing something that would update or change a record. Autonomous means it won't ask, it'll just automatically execute that script. And then display output just determines whether or not in your little chat window if it's going to show that particular thing or not, or whether it's going to tell you what it did.
Also, I guess it makes sense to have, if you have like 5 actions the AI agents need to do, that you do the supervised on the first part, and if it's okay, then maybe need to do like 3 or 4 tools, that it doesn't need to ask for everyone, because that'll be just annoying, right? It said, do you want me to do this for you? Yes. Okay, then it does everything. Then you can have one supervised and the other autonomous, maybe.
That'd be really interesting. So, like, have you ever tried to, like, say supervised for this one, and if it's executed, do these other things? Like, have you tried that kind of flow logic in a prompt?
You can absolutely do in the agent prompt that says, if the user approves this step, then do these steps. Like an if-else part, you can do that, absolutely. So you can do step 1, step 2, like with it. You can do, if it doesn't approve, the user doesn't approve at this step, then skip to step 5, and it will do that.
That's cool. Okay, so now we're adding a second tool, a second script tool. And this one is going to update a knowledge article. We've got 2 inputs. Got the number and the article body. Then from our lab files, I'm going to grab this script. And the lab files are just a couple of Word documents that have scripts in them. Oh, okay, this didn't work. There we go. All right, so for this script, we are querying a knowledge article by the input.number. We are ordering by version, basically getting the most recent version. And then we're going to update the text to the article body input. This one's going to be supervised. So, like I said before, when you're updating, it's a good time to use the supervised. Display output, yes. Output transformation strategy, concise.
I noticed on mine that because it defaulted to supervised and I didn't update it, I saved. And if you look back at your scripts there under tools and information, they both said autonomous. I had to go back into it and update it to supervised. I'm curious to see. See, yours both say autonomous too. So just something to be aware of.
Interesting.
Are you saying
already supervised?
You have to save the
saved it. Yeah. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, the same thing happened to me.
No, I have to check mine now.
So then we're going to hit save and continue, save and test, And we should have 2 tools created for the knowledge expert. All right, so now let's bring it together. Now that we have our agentic workflow, AI agent, and 2 tools built, let's put them together and have a working scenario. Okay, so we're going back to the create and manage, and we're going to select the knowledge expert use case. On the describe and connect tab, go to the connect AI agent section. Under connect AI agents, select add AI agent. In the add AI agent pop-up, select dialog box. In the AI agent field, select the knowledge expert agent that we created previously.
Ooh, this part is exciting.
We're almost
get
there.
To see things happen. I know.
Select the add button. Under connect AI agents, you should see the knowledge expert agent appear in the list. And we've got it. Go through and do my save and continue. Save and continue. Save and test. You have now linked your agentic workflow to an AI agent. With all the pieces wired together, we're finally able to test our scenario. Let's create a test artifact for our scenario. We'll be using a knowledge article. In a new browser window tab, go to the following website. Review the content on the web page and copy a block of text to your clipboard. Navigate to Knowledge, Articles, Create New. Okay, so I'm going to
we just take any text we want to, or the whole thing.
I'm going to do the whole thing.
Clear on this. All right. Let's see.
Instructions unclear. Copy everything.
Yeah. We'll be ambitious here.
And the article body is what we copied. Select the submit button and take note of your knowledge article number. Navigate to AI Agent Studio Testing. In the testing scenario pane, make the following entries. What to test, use case. Use case, knowledge expert. Task, rewrite, KB article. And start test. And I heard somebody's already off to the races. So this is going to be interesting to see if we get different results through this as well.
Yeah.
I like on the right hand side, it gives detail on what it is actually doing at the moment. Like the thought, action inputs, outputs, everything. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I love how it gives so much detail into what's going on, especially when you get like stuff like this, like the output fields. You can see the data inputs and outputs into each section.
Mm-hmm.
Here is the rewritten knowledge article in the voice of Abraham Lincoln. I must have overlooked that in the prompt.
I saw that in the prompt and I was thinking, this doesn't seem like a very real life use case, but it's fun. So
That
Fellow
is fun.
citizens, it is with a profound sense of duty and purpose that I address you today on the matter of AI agents.
See, mine is different. So it is, even though we gave it the same prompts, the same knowledge article, it rewrote it differently. Yeah, mine is an AI agent akin to a wise and diligent steward is a program of intelligence capable of engaging autonomously with its surroundings, and so on and so forth. Okay.
Nice. How about you, Saloni? Do you have a different one?
Let's check. I think I'm sharing the wrong screen. That's not bad. All right, there you go. Oh, I have a long one.
Oh,
There you
wow. That's different.
Yeah. But I'm confused. Why do I have to say yes 2 times? First, it is asking me to approve the proposed changes, which I said yes. And then again, it is asking me for the permission to update the KB article. I said yes again, and it was able to update the knowledge article. As per our lab, it should only ask us once, right?
Oh, yeah.
Were
See,
both
I
of yours
missed.
supervised?
That's the supervised, yeah. So it's asking
Yeah.
us if we want to update. I'm glad you pointed that out, Saloni, because I completely missed that prompt because it's at the end
Yeah.
of the output. Do you approve of the proposed changes to the knowledge articles? So I completely overlooked that in my process. So I'm going to tell it yes.
Oh, mine said that too. I overlooked it too. All right. Whoops. It just kind of like scrunched it in with the big long article, so it's easy to miss that.
Let's take a look at
Oh,
Anders. Maybe is yours going anywhere, Anders?
Well, let me show you. So when I run mine, this is what happens. So it fails.
Oh
It says,
no.
sorry, there was a problem on my side trying to complete this request. Try asking again later. I have no idea why. I've never seen these ones before with exclamation marks. So
Does
something that doesn't work. And, I think I've seen errors come up in this tool sometimes, and it's a bit frustrating because it really doesn't tell you why it doesn't work. It would help if it said, oh, you have a bug in your script or something, but I pasted the script, so yeah, I have no idea why it didn't work.
Is there, if you expand the ones that were canceled or the ongoing one, is there any indication in those or?
So latency, well, so I've seen these before. Is when it stops working, it just says ongoing because it can't really go past this point
Okay.
for some reason.
Because
I
sometimes
don't
you
know.
can find some kind of pointer error information. It's not as robust as like line 32 value is undefined, but sometimes there's useful information in there. But yeah, it can be hard to troubleshoot these sometimes.
Yeah. So at this point, I don't think it's gonna work unless I figure out. So I was thinking, what is different between this and the lab instances? And obviously the version, but it shouldn't be like a version should break it. So I've been running some demos earlier today, and that worked. So what I'm thinking is it may be some access related stuff. No, since that's one of the settings that I had to put down, I just randomly put it as an unauthenticated user or something. Any authenticated user, I think I said it too. And maybe that doesn't work for knowledge articles. I don't know. So if I was going to debug this, I would probably look at that part first.
I'm going back to my actual knowledge article just to see what it looks like. I might be getting ahead of myself. Maybe it says to do that in the labs, but
Well, let's take a look. The agentic workflow will begin to run. We saw that. Monitor the testing pane. Expand the AI decision logs to see the details of each chain of thought in the output panel. The AI agent requests approval for the written version. Type yes and press enter. Should process the request and ask for approval to update the knowledge article. I wonder if mine did that. Oh, yeah, mine wasn't even done yet. And this is why it helps to follow the instructions in the lab.
What's in the show more in the last one there? The one at the bottom. Oh, it's what you wrote. Okay.
Oh, cool. So it like nests my response under it? Nope, not
Well,
anymore.
it did initially.
It did initially. So that is synthesizing information. It will update the knowledge article and return a successful message in the output pane. The update to the knowledge article was successful. Navigate to knowledge, unpublished. I believe this one was it for me. And there we go.
Fellow
So it is
citizens, there it
updating.
is.
That is a way better text than the original. You should have that on the ServiceNow pages.
Absolutely.
That was fun.
Oh yeah.
Yay.
So that is it. We have successfully completed the lab. We've created our not first AI agent, but our first under the lab. So what's everybody's thoughts?
We can do so much with AI agent. That's my very first thought.
Yeah, it's so powerful, but also it was really simple to go through these steps and create it. So it's really cool that something that can really be that powerful is not too challenging to set up.
I see these agents solving problems that ServiceNow couldn't solve before, especially in the cases where a customer gets like an application of text, like a long text. And in actual use cases I'm working on, people have to read through these texts and see if they align with some law or regulations in a company, right? So they have to cross-check everything. But these agents can just do it immediately and say, oh, everything pans out except this point, and they can give that to a real person.
That is really cool. So like basically you can just process documents and synthesize it into records and such.
Yeah, and there are things in these AI agents I'm hoping will come as features later. It's not everything yet, but I know that in the future they'll come. Like parse attachments is not there yet, but I'm hoping that'll be soon. That'll be really, really powerful.
One of the previous labs that I did was about finding HIPAA information in records and scrubbing it out. And that I thought, especially, I work for a medical center, so that would be incredibly useful. So there's some really cool things you can do with it.
Oh man, that would really speed up that process.
Mm-hmm.
How about you, Saloni? Do you have any use cases that are jumping to mind?
No, not really, but I think customers are still trying to see, how much AI agent will be useful in real world. So as much as we can spread word of AI agent and show the use cases, different use cases, I think it will really help customers buy AI agent or Now Assist and all the AI features.
Yeah, it's one of the cool things is that we're still so early with this technology that a lot of us are still just trying to figure it out. And being able to go through this lab, I think each of us kind of saw different things in it, and we're like, "Hey, this would be cool to use it for X, Y, or Z." And that's one of the cool parts of this is that you get to experience it, and that experience lends to an understanding where you can then use it in the future and find those use cases within your organizations. Well, with that, the lab is complete. We have accomplished the mission. We've created some AI agents, had some fun along the way. Does anybody have any last thoughts before we sign off?
I'm just looking forward to seeing what we can do with this. And I'm hoping that at Knowledge next year that we'll see a bunch of demos from people, what they have been able to do. So that's something I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, I echo what Anders is saying. Looking forward to different use cases that can help customers in real world.
Yep. And I agree with what you said, Travis, about how we're so early in this. It's like the road ahead of us is just wide open. So it's very exciting. So this was a great experience to get to go through this with all of you.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me on this. I really enjoyed it with you, and I appreciate you taking the time out.
Thank you for having me, for having
Thank you.
us. Yeah.
Thank you, Travis.
All right. Well, and thank you at home. I hope you enjoyed us going through this lab, and I hope you enjoyed doing the lab yourself. And I also hope that you'll take the time out to check out some of our other content on Community Week and enjoy our celebration of the ServiceNow community. Thanks so much. See you next time.